Hello and welcome back to Football Scrutiny. Today we're going to analyse the game between Chelsea and Liverpool, played at Stanford Bridge. The game ended 2-1 to Liverpool in a highly competitive and intensive match with plenty of opportunities for both sides. So let's get into it. So taking a look at the formations, Liverpool started with their traditional 4-3-3 with Henderson, Fabinho and Wijnaldum in the middle of the pitch. Their usual three up front with Salah, Firmino and Mane, and their usual back four of Robertson, Matip, Dijk and Alexander. Adrian still in goal with the absence of Alisson. For Chelsea, they've got injury problems. They started with Emerson, Tomori, Christensen, Azpilicueta at the back four, Kovacic, Jorginho and Kante in the middle, Mason Mount, Abraham and Willian up front. Okay, so these are the teams. Let's have a look at some of the key tactical battles during the game. One of the interesting battles was between Jorginho and Fabinho. Firmino would often block passes coming into Jorginho, and Fabinho would come up from behind to try and prevent Jorginho from dominating the game. So this was an interesting key battle. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so Liverpool pressed high at the start of the game. Here I've highlighted the triangles between Salah and Mane, how they tried to prevent Christensen and Emerson from receiving the ball, and they would always be in that middle position in between those three players from the build-up. Firmino, as we can see, is trying to block the line of pass to Jorginho, and Fabinho would be close in behind to try and prevent it from playing out. So here we can see visually those positions which Mane and Salah were picking up in between the three players on each side. Henderson coming in behind Kovacic and Firmino, blocking any pass trying to come into Jorginho, limiting the options and quite often forcing Chelsea to play long. On this occasion they tried to play to the right, and as soon as that ball's passed across, we can see Mane is now moving towards the wing to press. The three midfielders move across and Salah holds his position. This is what they were trying to prevent, the ball coming into Jorginho with that high press. When that ball was filtered through by Jorginho into Willian, they're pretty much in numerical equality against the back four from Liverpool, and in this moment when he turns it around the corner, Abraham and Mount are 2 against 2 against Matip and Alexander, something which they tried to prevent during the game. Here we can see the players in the similar positions from the high press which we talked about a second ago. Here Firmino is going to press the goalkeeper and he's blocking that line of pass into Jorginho, and Fabinho is close in behind Jorginho trying to prevent it from playing out. Another example later on in the game, in the middle of the pitch, Chelsea trying to play out, Firmino blocking the pass into Jorginho, and again Fabinho staying close to Jorginho to prevent it from playing. Okay, so this is the mid-block from Liverpool. Chelsea trying to play against that mid-block, and we can see Fabinho in behind Jorginho, Mane and Salah in between those three players in a triangle as usual, and trying to, if they win the possession back, jump and press the line in between full-back and centre-back. Here I've highlighted the back four from Chelsea and the Liverpool front six of how they're trying to defend in that mid-block. They try to play the ball out to Azpilicueta, Mane intercepts the ball, and I've highlighted the running lines there. They're just going to run directly forward and try and break in between those defensive lines of the fullback and the centre-back. So here Salah is running on the opposite side of Tomori, and Mane the opposite side of Zuma. And now Firmino should be able to break forward in the middle. Ball came into Salah, and they had a good opportunity to score, but didn't make the most of it. Many times during the game, Liverpool won the ball high up the pitch. Here they had a cross with Robinson trying to get the ball into the area. And as soon as Liverpool don't make a shot on goal, Alexander jumps out to press and wins the ball back high up the pitch, setting the tone for the game. Really high intensity play. Immediately after, they lose the possession again. Alexander presses, Henderson goes into press. The ball comes into Abraham, and Matip wins the ball back again in the opposite half of Liverpool. The second half, another example, Salah plays down the wing, loses possession and they jump to press the ball. And Matip again wins possession back inside the Chelsea half. I've put here that there's an immature press, and I say immature because they've got a lot of young players on the pitch, relatively inexperienced at Premier League level, and if you leave any spaces in between your lines when you press, then you've basically wasted your energy. Here, the ball comes back with Van Dijk, who's going to play the ball back into the goalkeeper. Abraham presses him, and Adrian just plays a little chip ball over him into Matip. And now we can see at the bottom of your screen Mason Mount coming in quickly to press. Again, a simple pass into Fabinho, and now Abraham and Mount are out of the game. You can see that Willian had to react from that press from his two other players, and he had to come forward to try and prevent a pass into the opposite side centre-back. And Kovacic is also moving forward. Because of this, Jorginho also comes forward because of Fabinho on the ball. And now their press is broken. Ball comes on to the opposite side, and now everyone has to run back. When the ball is now played back into midfield, Willian jumps out, and the ball is played into Fabinho. And still, they're not completely set from that high press. And because of that, because Kante had to shift across, Jorginho had to shift across, it's now not Jorginho who's going to jump out to press Fabinho. Instead, it's Kovacic who's going to jump out. He now has quite a long distance to jump out, which will leave Jordan Henderson just behind him, free to receive the ball. The ball doesn't come into him, it actually comes into Salah. But now Henderson is in that space, just in front of the back four from Chelsea. And Salah, when he receives the ball, is going to be 1-against-1 with Alonso. But Henderson's going to come closer to him to make it 2-against-1. Here we can see Salah is just going to lay the ball off into Henderson. Tomori's come across, plays a little 1-2 around Alonso. And Tomori, brilliant defending for such a young defender, comes in and cuts it out. But all of that came about from a poor press and wasted energy from the front two. Liverpool played with a high line throughout the game, trying to keep the ball in the Chelsea half, trying to win the ball back in the Chelsea half and prevent their midfielders from having to run all the way back to defend. So here we can see a ball coming in from Willian into the space behind for Abraham to run onto, which he doesn't get to. This time a cross comes in, Chelsea block it, and I've highlighted Alonso because Alonso is going to be the one to play the ball over the top, looking for that space behind the high line. Abraham can't get to it, and Van Dijk and Matip clean up. Again, another example here, Kante plays the ball round into Willian. Willian then turns and moves forward, and you can see the back four from Liverpool really high and maintaining that high line. So when Abraham and Mount try and make runs behind the defence, they hold their line, leaving them offside. This time Jorginho receives the ball, tries to play the ball over the top, high defence, and Abraham left pretty isolated, this time with the support of Kante, but in general quite isolated during the game. Press goal. Okay, so here Liverpool are pressing Chelsea high. Firmino moving into Tomori, again covering that pass into the midfielder. Jorginho, Henderson coming in with Kovacic, and Salah threatening that passing line into Emerson on the left wing. So they end up having to play long. Mason Mount loses out to Alexander-Arnold, and the ball drops into midfield. Fabinho drives in between the two Chelsea midfielders, gives the ball into Mane, and just on the edge of the box they give away the foul, which leads to the first goal and the free kick from Alexander-Arnold. Okay, so later on with the side free kick, really poor marking from Chelsea, and that is because they weren't marking. They're defending in zone, no one's picking up any player. Liverpool players have got free run of the penalty area, so when that ball comes in, Firmino has got a free run and is able to outjump the Chelsea players. Look at the space there, no one's picking him up, and it was an easy goal. Okay, so the Chelsea goal, here's a switch of direction from Kovacic. When the ball comes into Azpilicueta, Willian tries to break in behind the defence, drawing the Liverpool defence across, and Kante has a space to receive the ball in the middle of the pitch, and what he does is absolutely exceptional. Just drives inside and takes a shot right into the top corner. Incredible goal, and to be honest, Chelsea probably deserved more out of the game. So in conclusion, Liverpool's high press caused Chelsea problems from playing out. They had to play long quite often. They pressed the ball high up the pitch after losing possession. High defensive line from Liverpool trying to win the ball back in Chelsea's half. Chelsea had to look for the counter-attacks over the top. In the second half though, Chelsea put their foot on the ball, maintained possession a lot better, created a lot of chances, and Liverpool in the end were quite lucky to hang on. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and we'll see you soon.